welcome to the Best Buy blog. My name is Ray, and in this video I'll be reviewing the Lydsto Sweeping and Mopping Robot R1. In the box of the Xiaomi Lydsto R1, you'll find a pretty basic looking white and silver robot vacuum. It comes with a home base, which it automatically empties debris into, and can position itself directly in front of in order to charge with magnetic contacts. It doesn't have a tray underneath it, which is handy if you're short on space, but comes with a bit of a downside. You'll need to remove the mopping tray after each use to prevent any damage to your floor. Also included in the box of the R1 is a reusable mopping pad, a stack of about 20 disposable mop pads, and a stack of dirt disposal bags. The R1 is recommended for households with pets, so inside the machine, when you remove the filter for cleaning, you'll notice that it has a HEPA filtration system. It runs for about 150 minutes on a single charge, and has the ability to pick up where it left off if it needs to complete the rest of its cycle after that fact. You'll find one last thing in this box, a simple but incredibly effective cleaning tool which I'm using a little bit later on in this review. There are a number of things that make the Lydsto R1 stand out from the rest of the crowd. For starters, the cost. It's surprisingly affordable for a robot vacuum that also mops and self-empties and has a great app. Then there's the sound level. There are 4 different suction levels starting at nighttime and going all the way up to maximum, and even on maximum, this vacuum was quiet enough that my cat would sort of get back and watch it at a wary distance, but she never ran down to the basement to hide the way that she usually does when I'm using a vacuum. Then there's the speed. This little guy is so fast. He's fast enough that I was able to send a spot clean into sort of a square meter in my kitchen last week after spilling some butter chicken sauce, and he just booked it out of the home base, ran into the kitchen, got the whole mess cleaned up in 5 minutes. It was great. And then finally there's this little black brush cutter thing. On one end it's a brush and it helps you clean out your filters and openings and stuff like that. On the other, you'd think that this is so simple that other people would do it, but on the other end you have a little cutter that, as you can see, I just slipped under a couple places in the brush roll and I got it completely clean in 30 seconds, which is so handy. The Lydsto R1 has a 2-in-1 compartment. In the center you have your dustbin, and then sort of on the bottom and towards the sides you have your water compartment. You don't have to add any cleaning fluid to this, which is really handy. And as you can see, you've got your gray reusable that you can wash, or those little Velcro pads on the mop tray itself to add in a disposable. But my number one most favorite thing about this Lydsto vacuum is that it has a fantastic app. You can see those fans and those water droplets. Those let you pick how much suction and how much water you want per room. And then if you look in the back, you can see an eerily accurate depiction of what my house looks like. It kind of looks like one of the rooms melts off into the nothingness, but it's because it's a storage room, so we've got a bunch of stuff in there. Right now I'm using a little wall marker to section off separate rooms, which is so handy. It did a great job of mostly figuring out which rooms were which, but I went in for the more open concept areas and where it may not have noticed a door and just streamlined everything. I really like the app. It's super helpful. The mop is so fast, and in the app you actually have the option to set not only what rooms you want it to clean, but also how you want them cleaned. So you can do, your bedroom with a low suction and then your kitchen with a high suction or a high mop volume. The clip that you saw earlier of the Lydsto leaving its base was at normal speed, as is this one right now, just to give you a better idea of how quickly this vacuum and mop actually moves through your house. The one last thing that I wanted to mention before I wrap up this review is that the Lydsto R1 is a little taller than other robot vacuums that I've tried. I was worried that that would mean that it would get stuck under more things, but the opposite was actually true. The tiny little bit of extra height meant that it could get over those railings that I have on the ground, and there was only one spot in my entire main floor that it got stuck on and I had to rescue it from. So for more on the Lydsto R1 and all of the many reasons why I liked it so much, make sure to check out my full review at the Best Buy blog. Thanks for watching.